For decades, the LEGO Ultimate Collector series has been the pinnacle of LEGO Star Wars collections. The super detailed and accurate display pieces are some of LEGO's greatest sets and are highly sought after. The aftermarket value of these sets has grown significantly, making it hard to obtain some of the early releases. But how feasible is it to try and collect the full series? Today we find out as we follow my journey to complete the collection for a reasonable price. Back in 2014 I was first introduced to the LEGO Ultimate Collector series with the 101A8 Death Star playset. This model was bought by my dad for £180 on eBay and was a great build experience. The set contains numerous scenes from the original trilogy and has a great minifigure lineup. A couple of years later, the second UCS set, the Sandcrawler, entered the collection. This set was a great find for £188 at Toys R Us, depicting an iconic vehicle from A New Hope. Some of the standout elements of this set were the amazing angles of the build and the exclusive Uncle Owen minifigure. Finishing 2016 strong was the addition of the Ewok Village. This was a dream set of mine and I knew I needed to get it before retirement. I bit the bullet and got it for full retail price of £200 at Smith's Toy Store. The massive playset design with iconic scenes and impeccable minifigure selection make this set a must buy, and it remains one of my favourite LEGO sets of all time. Similar in design philosophy to the Ewok Village, we now have the Assault on Hoth. This set is once again a playset style with large minifigure selection. However, the broken up nature of the builds and inaccuracies in the shield generator make it one of the weaker UCS entries. I'm unsure where this set was purchased from, but it was approximately £184. The first UCS buildable character to enter my collection was the 2012 R2-D2. This set really captured the essence of R2's design at a substantially large scale. I bought this prior to the 2021 updated release, so this one cost me £208 from eBay. A high price in retrospect, especially considering the yellowing to some pieces. Another UCS set I couldn't wait to add to the collection was the Slave One. I've always loved the ship's design and bought the small play scale version years earlier. I found this set on eBay for £126 and couldn't pass on it. The design is incredibly accurate, capturing all the curves and contours flawlessly, and also featuring an amazing selection of characters, especially the ultra detailed Boba Fett. Summer 2019 brought the most iconic Star Wars UCS set, the 75192 Millennium Falcon. This set is absolutely massive and commands a presence in the room. No detail is spared and it's clear a lot of love and attention went into the design. I had the opportunity to get this set for £520 at Smith's Toy Store and jumped at the chance. This cemented my love for large scale Star Wars builds that has never faded since. In the same vein as the Falcon, we have its counterpart, the 75252 Imperial Star Destroyer. This set is even bigger than the Falcon, giving the dark side a set that completely dominates the display. The small tantive build adds to the sheer scale of the ISD and completes the set's design perfectly. I was able to find this for £492 at John Lewis and knew I had to get it to display alongside the Falcon. As the May 4th event started in 2021, I had a difficult decision to make. Would I be dedicated to buying every UCS set or just the most iconic ones? I decided to go all in on the series, which included buying the A-Wing. This isn't the most notable Star Wars ship, but it definitely does a good job at capturing the ship's features and geometry. I paid the full retail price of £180 for this set from the LEGO website during the May 4th promo release. Starting 2022 off strong, we have the UCS Darth Maul bust. This brick-built sculpture is a life-size replica of Darth Maul's head and is probably the most unique UCS set. Being released in 2001, the build techniques are basic, being layer after layer of bricks. Nevertheless, it definitely resembles a character, even nailing the creepy aspect whether that was intentional or not. I got this set for £241 on eBay, although the rare black quarter-cylinder pieces have been substituted for trans brown. This next set made a fine addition to my collection. Continuing with the creepy character design, we have the UCS General Grievous. This figure has a towering presence, especially with the large arm span that wields lightsabers at all four hands. This set isn't overly expensive to this day, and I was able to get it for £116 on Facebook Marketplace. So far, this UCS journey has been spread out over months and even years, with purchases being irregular and inconsistent. However, that would all change in July 2022. Kickstarting the biggest month of additions, we have the TIE Fighter. This set is pretty much flawless, the proportions and design elements of the TIE are all captured amazingly, maybe the only criticism being the brick-built blockiness of the cockpit. I found this set for a great price of £122 on eBay, a price I certainly couldn't say no to. The next day I stumbled upon another great UCS deal, this time for the ATST. This is one of the early UCS sets and it definitely shows. There are some janky areas and exposed colours that wouldn't meet today's standards, but the essence of the walker is still captured. This was another eBay find for £127, a price this set deserves being a more underrated part of the UCS series. Next up we have the 75181 Y-Wing, another addition to the Rebel fleet. The Y-Wing has always had a unique design which is depicted in this model, with insane levels of detail given to every section of greebling throughout. I was able to find this on eBay for a fair price of £186. Another Rebel addition to the collection was the 75144 UCS Snowspeeder. This set yet again captures the source material well at a large scale and includes two cool minifigures. Sadly, some parts on this set were mildly yellowed and the stickers are beginning to crack, but it still looks great. I found this set for £147 on eBay, a reasonable price given the condition. Continuing the fleet, we have the 2013 UCS X-Wing. This set was a great interpretation of the iconic ship, pairing perfectly with the UCS TIE Fighter. This set was bought for £120 on Facebook Marketplace, but came with some missing stickers which I fixed with a replica sticker sheet. This set has since reduced in value with the release of the 2023 X-Wing. Rounding out the insane July month of purchases, we have the huge UCS AT-AT. This set is a great companion to the Falcon and ISD, being a huge walker packed with detail and accuracy. The massive build looks super impressive and was a must-add addition to the collection. I found it on Facebook Marketplace for £500, a great deal for the condition of the set. Continuing at July's pace, the next addition to the collection came in early August, that being Luke's Landspeeder. This UCS set is a good design incorporating everything you'd expect from a Landspeeder. This is one of the more uninteresting additions to the series, being known as a meme set for LEGO's obsession to produce Luke's Landspeeders. The value reflects this and I was able to find it on eBay for £110. Gunship Gang! Bringing 2022 to an end, we have the fan-voted Republic Gunship set. This is a huge UCS set being larger than minifigure scale and it has an impressively long wingspan. Despite the ship looking great, the minifigures were a huge letdown compared to what prequel fans had hoped for. I got this set on eBay for £276 because the set disappeared from a lot of UK retailers and I was worried it was retiring. Coming back around to the May 4th event for 2023, I had the perfect opportunity to add the Razor Crest to the collection. The LEGO store is offering the set for £420, a great deal considering the promos on offer as well. The set is massive and highly detailed, which is the norm for recent UCS releases. The minifigure selection is also decent, with the standout character being Quill. Bringing some more prequel love, we now have the Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. This is a smaller addition to the series, but it still demands a large price tag. The set is a very interesting choice being made at a very large scale which doesn't accompany any other sets. Nevertheless, the design looks good and I have paid £170 for it on eBay to get it in mint condition with unapplied stickers. Finishing May off strong, we have a grail in the series, the Imperial Shuttle. This set is very valuable nowadays and is especially hard to find without sun damage. The design is perfect with sharp angles and thin but sturdy wings. I got this set used on Facebook Marketplace without the display plaque, minifigures and with some yellowing. I later replaced the yellowing pieces with new white bricks, bought the minifigures separately and got a replacement plaque with replica sticker. All in all, this cost £400, a good deal for this particular set. Moving to June, we now have the B-Wing, which completed my fleet of Rebel UCS sets. This set is surprisingly expensive on the aftermarket, especially considering it didn't sell well at release and isn't the most popular ship in general. The overall design is pretty good and the angle of the display stand is certainly a creative display choice. I managed to get this set for £238 on eBay, albeit with some yellowing as is common with sets from this era. Now we come to the greatest LEGO model ever made, the 10143 Death Star 2. This set is huge and for its age, it captures the spherical shape of the Death Star really well and the under construction side has so many intricate details. However, it was a long journey to try and obtain this majestic set. I bought an eBay listing which was listed as an incomplete bundle of parts from the set. After going through all the damaged pieces and checking the inventory, I made some Bricklink orders to complete the set. Finishing it off by buying a replica sticker, the total cost came to £495, a worthy cost to have this set in the collection. Moving forward a couple of months, we now have the first ever UCS set, the X-Wing. This set clearly shows its age with a blocky aesthetic and the old grey colour used throughout. Despite it being a basic outdated design, it definitely has a lot of charm and character, so is worthy of a place in the series. I found this set on eBay for £120, probably due to the release of superior future X-Wings. From the same eBay seller, I also bought the UCS Yoda, another classic character in the series. I like the Darth Maul. It has a very basic layer by layer brick building design which certainly looks blocky and contributes to yet another creepy eye build. Regardless, the model still captures Yoda's proportions and aesthetics well, and is a good attempt for the time of release. This one only cost me £100, a very good price for the size and piece count of this set. Next, we have the other original UCS set, the TIE Interceptor, released alongside the first X-Wing. This is the only TIE in the UCS series to follow the classic blue accents compared to the modern light grey design. That choice along with the old dark grey certainly demonstrates this set's age, and it'd be fair to consider it as the weakest UCS release. I was able to find it for £150 on eBay, a fair price, but the newer 2024 Interceptor is a much better option in my opinion. Finishing the year, I added the recent 2023 X-Wing to the collection. I have mixed feelings on this set. It seems to be too smooth and ill-proportioned even if it's more accurate than the 2013 version. The callback to the original X-Wing with the stand is a nice touch though. I paid £139 for this set on eBay, and it's generally not too expensive to get at the time of this recording. Coming into 2024, there weren't many sets I was missing, but I had 3 as my priority to find. Let's call them the Big 3. The Naboo Starfighter, the Rebel Blockade Runner, and Vader's TIE Advanced were these 3 sets. They were all incredibly rare and expensive, so I knew it would be a difficult task to get them all. Starting the year well, I was able to obtain one of the Big 3, the Tantive 4. This set is big and bulky, and like most early releases, has a lot of very basic building techniques. It still looks great though, and is instantly recognisable. I found this partially complete on Facebook Marketplace and then sourced the other pieces through Bricklink. In the end, it cost a total of £270, a lot of money but reasonable for this set. Following the Tantive, we now have the Super Star Destroyer. This set is very long and detailed, but is also super thin. The detailed greebling looks great on top, but the underside is lacking being completely flat. Since retiring, this set has bloomed in value, now being very sought after. I found it on Facebook Marketplace without the figures and display plaque. After sourcing these missing elements through Bricklink, the final cost came to £370, a significant discount to the current aftermarket value. Another one of the Big 3 entered my collection in early February, the Naboo Starfighter. This set is incredibly valuable specifically because of the unique chrome elements. The set itself is very small, even smaller than the Playscale versions, but it does look good and the chrome gives a premium look. I spent £235 for this set on eBay, an overly large sacrifice, but it was necessary if I wanted to add it to the collection. As the May 4th week approached again, there were some stellar deals to be had, one of them for the UCS Venator, which I bought for £448 on Argos. This set follows a lot of the design influences from the ISD, ensuring there is detail on the top and underside of the build. The dark red stripe down the centre definitely breaks up the build and helps improve the overall aesthetic. The engines also look incredible, with some clever part usage. Finally closing out the Big 3, we have Vader's TIE Advanced. I was on the lookout for this set for months, but listings were few and far between. I had a goal of getting this set for £300, but this seemed more unlikely over time. The set then appeared on Facebook Marketplace for £400, the most reasonable price I've seen in years, so I jumped at the opportunity. The set looks good for its age, definitely improving the cockpit shaping compared to the original TIE Interceptor. Although there's rough edges, it still captures the ship well, and is a worthy build in the series. When Jabba's Sail Barge released in October, I had to buy it day one from the LEGO website to make sure I got the Luke's lightsaber promo. The set itself is incredibly detailed with some great scenes inside and a good minifigure selection. It's definitely overpriced at £430 given what you get, but that seems to be the trend for all LEGO Star Wars sets nowadays. Finishing this year of 2024, we have the TIE Interceptor. This set is such an upgrade to the first release, having significantly improved the roundness of the cockpit. It's incredible to see how far LEGO Star Wars has come over 25 years, and the build will hopefully continue to innovate and improve into the future. I got this set for £130 on Facebook Marketplace, an already great price improved by the fact it came with a wicked bricks display case. That brings us to current day. So do I have a complete UCS collection? No. I currently have 35 out of the 40 releases. So what am I missing? The sets I'm missing are the original Snowspeeder, original Y-Wing, original Imperial Star Destroyer, original Millennium Falcon, and the re-release of the Playscale Death Star. As you can see, all these sets are alternate versions of UCS sets I already have, so I don't feel required to get them. Saying that, if I can get them for a reasonable price, I'll definitely try and pick them up. Only time will tell. After going through this journey, there's definitely some interesting data to analyse. The total cost of all the UCS sets I own in Great British Pounds is approximately £8,622 using their retail prices at time of release. I have spent £8,738 since 2014 to obtain these same sets. This obviously doesn't account for inflation, but the cost is certainly relatively close. So going back to the original question of this video, finding the right deals and opportunities to buy these sets, it's definitely achievable to get the full collection without paying a fortune. Throughout this video, you may have noticed that the majority of the purchases were from eBay or Facebook Marketplace. That's because these are the best sites to find surprise deals if you have the dedication to search for new listings every day. Thank you very much for watching this video. It took a lot of time to make, so I would really appreciate you dropping a like and leaving a comment. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.